Welcome and join us on our journey as we interview everyday people and ask them that very question of who am I?
Who am I? Who am I?
Who am I? So my name is Kentario Mckenzie, stage name Kenny Son. I'm 26 years old and I'm from Nassau, Bahamas. So I am a filmmaker, videographer by extension, and as an artist, I'm an actor and a poet. Yeah, someone told me not too long ago that balance is almost impossible in the field that we're in. So you just gotta do it, you know. As much as I respected the word balance over the years, I realized that some things just naturally outweigh other things, you know. I wanted to be a poet full time and it just wasn't sustainable. So I had to learn the ins and outs of other creative outlets just to be able to facilitate poetry, you know. So I started acting, I started going on stage, and I understood that that might be a little more lucrative than just being a poet. And then I was like, man, if I acting, how about I learn what it's like to direct? And when I started directing, I started buying equipment in order to shoot stuff. And then filmmaking became my lifestyle after that, you know? So maneuvering it was everything was hand in hand. So my acting facilitated my poetry facilitated my filmmaking, and it's not really been balanced, it's just been all a collaborative effort with all of the creative ventures. Boy, when it comes to the creative process itself, all you have is lows. You just have times where there's no recognition. That's a big thing. There's times when there's no income. Sometimes you're just doing it for the passion and you're just hoping something crack. You know, I've been through days where I had absolutely no hope that I was even making the right choice, you know. So you apply for jobs and you do other stuff just to maintain, but you know, that inkling that never leaves you. So as an artist, you just gotta go there and do it, you know. So a lot of my lows just came from depressive times in my life where I just didn't think it was making sense. But you know, God was there every step of the way, and eventually I was able to at least make a living from what I do. So yeah, I'm blessed. My greatest accomplishment today that's a loaded question, because I don't know if I should take the pompous route and start listing actual accomplishments, or if I should talk about stuff that's more introspective. For me, my greatest accomplishment might just be the fact that I able to do what I love without the boundaries and the barriers that I had growing up. You know, right now I am able to freely express myself without feeling the insecurity of being judged as an artist, because I'm surrounded by a community of people who's like-minded. You know, when I first started, it was hard to find community. So my greatest accomplishment is being able to build community with people that, you know, we all in this together, you know. So shout out to people like TC, it's the Brown, man, you know. My greatest regret to date would probably be not releasing my creative output earlier. I was always a person that was writing behind the scenes, or storyboarding behind the scenes, or thinking of new ideas, and just wouldn't put it out because I was afraid of failure, you know. So I'd watch, and I always tell the story, but I used to watch when I was like 14, 15, I'd watch people like Trey, Jave, Twin Them, Ashton. I'd watch people who I grew up with, sort of seeing them similar age to myself, putting their stuff out, and I'm like, wait, they crazy, boy. Like, they ain't scared people could judge them. And I just was sitting back writing. So right now I'm in the process of trying to release some of the old stuff that I wrote back then when I was 14, 15, and trying to find a way to maneuver that. So that's one of my biggest regrets, just not creating and putting it out there as soon as I had it out the tank, you know. So, but you know, you live and you learn, and now I'm just able to look at it retrospectively and put it out as a project to be like, hey, this the old me, and now introducing the new Kenny son, you know. Yeah, the best advice that I've been given is to live without a plan B, because a lot of times we use that as a crutch, you know. Patrice Francis actually told me, she said, die empty. You don't wanna have all these things built up and then you sitting at a job somewhere that you ain't really wanna be at because you was afraid to put it out. So live without a plan B and die empty. One unpopular opinion of mine would definitely be drums over flats. That's all I could think of, but drums over flats. But yeah, I'll eat a drumstick all day before I eat a flat. They give me the thumbs down. Whatever.
I believe in that.
Right now I'm trying to put out a project with film, poetry, and music combined. And it's called Solace for Lost Sons. And right now just working out all the kinks for it to be able to rebrand and put myself out there like I should have years ago, you know? So look out for that.
If you like what you saw, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and join us on our journey as we create more content on our way to getting our first play button.